have some
Okay.
quality settings here. We can go up, all the way up. Beautiful quality. Okay,
Yeah.
so when it comes to playing support, just a general rundown is you have different classes of support. You already know this. You have engage support, you have mage support, you have enchanter supports. Enchanter supports are the quote unquote worst choice when you play solo queue because you're fully dependent. Engage supports are better than enchanter supports in that regard, but you're still dependent because, well, if you go in and nobody follows, you just die and you lose.
Oh yes, I know this pain.
But there are a few exceptions because of how broken the champion is, like Nautilus, because of how much you can potentially do and how much damage you do standalone, that you basically overcome this rule. But for just strictly carrying games on your own from start to finish, the carry supports, mage supports, like Senna is not really a mage support, but she is a carry support. Karma, all these supports fall into this category. There's also ways where you can play Karma, for example, as an enchanter support, but then again, you make yourself really, really dependent on what your teammates do. Um, Another rule that barely is talked about is collecting farm as a support. On paper, this sounds so bad, like, why would you collect farm? But when you play the game, you often see that people don't really do waves. They're like dancing around the mid lane, doing jack shit, doing nothing. And on side lane, you see 3 waves, 4 waves, 5 waves. Like, we can even pay attention to this in this game to see when people go away from side lane and how many waves are being ignored, and that is all gold that is being lost. And if there's ways where you can go there with a specific champion that actually has wave clear capabilities to increase your gold so you can easier carry. Because otherwise you'll sit in mid lane and be like, yeah, what am I even doing here? Like, yeah, nothing
Yeah,
really
that's
is
actually
happening.
right. I When I play Karma, I usually try find place where I can get some extract because for my feeling, when I play, let's say, Nautilus, the tank, it's not that much important go and solo kill the mobs. But when I play Karma, when I got this kind of mobility, I know it's very important to keep track gold to the others. So yes, I rotate a lot between the lines usually.
Okay. Um, Talking about drafting champions for a brief moment, when you play towards just winning and just forcing as many wins as possible, picking the best champion is going to be hard because there are only a few champions that can really do this 1v9 as a support. And then, even though another champion would be theoretically better in the game, you can't pick it because it can't carry. So you have to be dependent again on other people. So you'll often find
Mhm.
yourself stuck in situations where it's like, okay, I play Karma nearly every game, I play Senna nearly every game, depending on what I need. Like, hey, my team selected full AP, I can't go Karma, I need to go Senna, or you can't carry. Because that's the next thing you have to think about. You need one damage type of a champion that you can pick when your entire team goes the other damage type. Because if you go into the same damage type again, you will not be able to carry. Because all it takes is the enemy builds some resistances and then you can't play. Meanwhile, if you have, for example, your team is full AP and you are the only person that is AP, um, then if the enemy builds resistances against you, it should make it easier for your team to carry and vice versa.
Yeah, I
So,
understand this. Actually,
yeah.
I a lot of times when we pick the champs, I look who is upper, who is AD, and decide a little about it, what I
Um,
know who I will play.
as for runes, you have sickle start. It's okay because you're playing solo queue. Um, Bone plating very good into Pyke. This year normally should be zombie ward, but sometimes you just can never find wards. It's impossible, but it's just an easier rune to stack normally, and it grants you more stats than this, like 10 more AP you get from zombie ward than this rune.
But from zombie, yeah, I play a lot in zombie same, so it's about the game. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
correct.
just feels really bad sometimes because for whatever reason you can't stack it because people don't ward. They place wards in Zimbabwe. It's like it's really
Oh yeah,
frustrating.
sometimes you can stack the zombie in the first few minutes game, and sometimes you on the middle and you still don't have it.
Okay, you're
Yes.
playing into a hook champion. A hook champion's default play is walking in here if they believe they're decently strong or stronger and hook somebody in.
I was ready for that actually
You
somehow.
have bomb plating, which is good, But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, normally if you want to go for this and you believe they're going to make this play, the strategy change in your mind would be, or in your layout, would be you have a different rune setup. You would have Resolve main, like Nullifying Orb, Bone Plating, and Perseverance. The reason is you're just so much tankier then. And then you can use early game power. Like auto attacks level 1 are really, really powerful, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to later on. And then in the second tree, you would have, for example, Zombie Ward or whatever. And for your support item, you would then have Relic Shield because you want to have the biggest HP pool possible for this instance, because you want to make the enemy believe that they're winning a fight, but they can't win because you're perfectly set up for this. And you would also have not skilled anything because you would want to skill W, this spell here, if you want to go for this type of skirmish. However, this entire strategy that I just talked to you about is usually a duo Q strategy because it requires your AD carry to actually attack. Because you'll be using your HP as a resource to trade away to get a better trade against the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've completely built your character around this very specific play to force advantages.
So on the solo queue, the best will be which way? Like, because I understand when I play duo queue, I understand I can stun them and on the second skill, and I have the my DC got more easy job to do. Yes.
Mm. You
And
can
then.
you can think about it in two different ways. There's a way to play Karma as a poke mage,
Mm-hmm.
where you just use disability here.
Yeah.
And there's a
Yes.
way of playing Karma as a setup champion, which is then this here. You basically
Yeah, and
turn
little
into
more tank.
Nautilus with this by just
Mm-hmm.
CCing people. So your gameplay loops are number one, setup with this W, number two, poke with this range spell, and number three, burst when you have everything together. But the burst combo always comes down to hitting this spell. Because this second ability guarantees you that you will hit this and this.
I
So
understand. Yeah.
yeah, so the sequence is empowered W, like second ability, ult, to fully charge your passive again, and then you have this empowered as well. And then it's a huge
Okay.
nuke you're dropping in terms of damage. Okay. Poking Pyke doesn't really achieve much because of how this champion works. It's also to assume that he will have second wind, so you don't really like your damage doesn't really stick that much. So your poke damage should be focused on Jinx, because the idea is if Jinx has lost HP, she cannot play the game.
Yeah, I noticed Jinx is very low in character on the beginning for sure. That's correct. Like she's not very strong in the beginning of match.
On level 1, she's actually not that bad because she has a double steroid. What does double steroid mean? Double steroid means she has lethal tempo and her Q ability. Both of these spells give her attack speed, which make her not even that bad during the early stages. However, what I'm referring to is the damage you will be dealing to Jinx will be more relevant than the damage you will be dealing to Pyke because of two reasons. Number one, second wind. It's a rune in the green tree or resolve tree. And number two, Pyke's grey health. Like the moment there are two champions close enough to Pyke, the damage you deal to him will be turned partially into grey health and he'll regen this again. So you have to deal so much more damage to Pyke to get him into a lethal range. Lethal range means being in range to kill, compared to Jinx. Like
Mm-hmm.
both might have similar HP values, but the effective amount of damage you have to deal to kill either one is completely different. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. So don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
normal. It's very hard to me ignore the pipe because he's so annoying uh, character usual. Like when I
Yeah, yeah.
play against Pike, I usually like stress already, and I always focus more on on him than on IDC because I know what he can do, like somehow. So.
That's why I said against hook champions you can go the route of going green main, because
Mm-hmm.
the reason is, as there's multiple reasons. Number one, I said already, second wind, so your poke damage will be less powerful, which means the red main setup is less potent and less useful. What at the same time you can do is you can use the hook champion's goal, because every champion has a goal, yeah? The hook champion wants to hook you, your champion wants to poke. These are like simple goals. So if his goal is to hook you, we go towards the fully green main setup with nullifying orb, bone plating, perseverance. So we allow him to hook us, which means then we are closer to the AD carry, but we barely take any damage due to the rune setup we have, and then we can focus on the AD carry because we use his goal to achieve a completely different goal because he will not have the damage level 1 to do anything to us.
I got it.
That makes it easier for you to stress less about the champion, because now like you will deal damage to him, but it will barely matter. You were not in danger at all because no cooldowns on enemy team right now. It's like whenever you see somebody use a cooldown, you need to have like a mental note of like, hey, for the next few seconds he can't use that spell again, so the damage I've taken right now is way higher than it will be in the next 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, this was up. He died.
The problem is, like, you got scared. Like, this is the start of the fight. Okay, we do good damage, and now we look at this play here. Who is tankier? Who has more HP right now? Your bone plating is up, and you have more than 50% HP. So your goal as a support right now is to block the direct trajectory. What does this mean? This is the direct trajectory, and hook champions cannot hook through you, which means you allow your Jhin to play the game by just tactically moving in front of him, moving up to this guy, and auto-attacking the Pyke. Because you can't die, and you allow your Jhin to deal damage. The next thing is, think about what is on your screen right now. When I talk about laning in usual, I always talk about interaction lines. Like, this is one line, this is one line, these are two lines. So we call them 1, 2, 3, 4. Can line 4 currently interact with line 1 and 2? This here. Is it possible? Can she do anything to lines 1 and 2, given her distance?
I think for now I think so she can stun him in this one skill. I don't remember which one, yeah. This is the longest one. That's all I think so, yeah, she can do it.
She can't do it because even if she wanted to, it's blocked.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. I don't know. Yes.
So she has 0 ways of interacting with lines 1 and 2. So only line 3 versus 1 and 2 is currently available, correct? At the same time, the only way he can interact with you guys from this position is casting his hook, which then would pull you closer to here, which then would soon allow the Jinx to do something. However, you're still very healthy, and she's relatively unhealthy, and he's about to get rooted. And you already dashed in. So currently the Pyke is at risk of dying because he's in a position where he's about to get rooted. Nobody can help him. Before you even get into the range of the Jinx, he will lose even more HP if you block the direct trajectory for the Jhin. So again, we let it play out, and now pay close attention to what you do. He's reloading, yeah. And now he's forced to like wiggle. You get hooked, okay. He can walk up and auto attack. Right now, there was no reason for you to turn around because there's no danger. Because you already got hooked and you have way too much HP.
I think so. In this second, I think so. When I thinking this moment was more, I got cooldown. And we pass, yeah, he go on the front, Jhin go on the front, and I go back. But general, I think so. I make this step back because I'm on the like full cooldown, like actually long time still. And I'm very low mana, so I can just what I can do is standing there and make auto attack. I think so. That's all what I can do. But I think so. I was like that. It was a few days ago, so it's hard to remember what I thinking this moment. But for sure wasn't the don't want to die. Nothing like scared.
Let's go with a spectrum here from level 1 to 15. Throughout the game, from level 1 to 15, auto attacks from your character lose a lot of value because you just gain items and you just don't build items that empower your auto attacks. However, your auto attacks at these stages of the game, especially if you look at the HP thresholds, like we don't see Jinx HP, but it was already super low, they're super impactful because every auto attack counts that we can make at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, it doesn't matter because one empowered Q is like half HP of somebody, and if we go into auto range, we are putting ourselves in danger. Right now, this is not the case. There's no danger. I get your cooldown point because it's something that becomes relevant later on, but at this stage, your HP and your auto attacks have more value than this spell being on cooldown. Plus, at the same time, if you ask yourself, hey, if I auto attack the person, can the person kill me before my cooldown comes up again? And can I maybe kill her before my cooldown comes up again? And maybe I can just run after her until my cooldown comes up again, auto attacking her, and then hunting her down with my Q when it comes up again. So the mistake here is you go back and he goes in front.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Because if it's like the way different, like the way around, you have a kill potential, but now the kill potential is gone due to the choices made. He loses flash and he dies and she speeds away. A little bit slow on the shield, but it is what it is.
Try best. Actually, this shield was for him, but he already did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now I don't really understand. Why did we pick fruit? Did you... Like, we go back in time, like we just died. We look at the wave. Okay, hold up. Look at the wave. This wave state is okay for us because it will stay here. How aware or how familiar are you with waves in WildRift?
Actually, this what I looking here. I think so. Was I take the fruits? I set up mana, so he was relatively low HP, and maybe he is still there, so I can like make last distance poke, and maybe I kill it because he was relatively very low HP, and I have. That's why I think so. Thinking this way, this moment,
Okay,
not about the mobs, about to still
the kill.
use that.
Okay, one is dead. Pyke is up here. We don't know what's happening outside
Yeah,
of our
I
screen right
looking,
now.
I thinking about Pyke, yeah, but maybe it was not.
Then the next question is, what is the logical reason that Pyke would stay after this encounter to push this wave? Because he barely gets gold from it. Because he has support
That's
item.
good. Yeah, that's good. And I think so. Someone was under the. No one was under the tower. Them, I don't. Now it's hard to say what was going on, but I think so. It was some reason.
He
Yeah, it's
flashed
someone
away
there.
and lived with 1 HP, died, and then Kane dies. And now we create ourselves a problem by pushing these minions. We make it pushing towards this direction faster, while our AD carry
And
isn't
it was
here.
and it was I think so. Temo on the river going up, if I'm correct. But was this moment like few seconds before I saw Temo on the middle of the river going
Yeah,
up.
he's walking somewhere here at some point. Yeah, there he is. So he's relatively far away, but he's walking up. But right now, look at your resources. Your resources are depleted. Is there any available play for you right now that makes sense to you? Well, give me a reason why
No,
you
no,
should stay in lane.
no, it wasn't visible on the end. Yeah, probably not.
Okay, so if there's no goal that we want to achieve, because if we play towards goals like, hey, number one goal is the wave in a decent spot. Number two goal, can we kill? Can we reset for like items, etc. Like, create goals that make sense and try to verify them. Like, hey, which direction is the wave pushing, or was the wave pushing? Should I hit it? Okay, I don't touch it. I don't have any resources. Okay, then I should probably go base, unless you want to pick fruit for another play, but there's no play available because everybody is dead up here. Apart from Timo walking up here, but you have no business dealing with Timo at this point.
Yep.
So you're currently denying yourself resources by taking the plant because we lose it. Then you deny yourself a reset opportunity to buy an item. And you see, you just walk around and now you're desynced with your
Yeah,
AD
that's
carry.
correct. And Temo is somewhat. Yeah.
So
I might be because that's same like now on the lane when I because now the mobs die and I get some kind of the gold and I die. Yeah. Stupid.
yeah. Because there was no business walking up this far. There was no business staying. It turns out to be good for you, but you could not have known that it would turn out good for you. Okay, so he goes up there. We do not verify where to go by panning our camera. We walk mid lane. That is fine, because Swain is up top. We don't want to give him free plates, so we're here. Our Jhin is unfortunately a little bit lost. So we are this play. We're actually getting halfway punished for this. This is actually a window in which you could have done real big damage to the guy.
If I catch him.
The play is like here. You walk into him. You apply this, and now you can think about, do you want to commit your ult?
Okay, yeah, I don't think about ult because I don't know why I don't make ult. I want to stun him first.
But then the question is, will you kill? You'll at least deal a good
No,
amount of damage
to
to him because he will take turret aggro. Unless he goes to the other direction, then again you give him space to walk past you. But if you actually walk in front of him, can he kill you? Yes or no?
No, I think so. He can't kill me in the one because he already used the skill and the first one, so I don't sure what he can do.
So he lost first ability, and then if he wants to go out of this tower as fast as possible before being rooted, he has to use his dash. But if you're in front of him, he can't use his dash because he would take aggro off the tower.
If I stand between and he dash, he hit me. Yeah, that's correct. I don't think about it.
So you would deny his space here, which then allows your condition, the root here, to fully channel. So your stun is guaranteed, and if he tries to escape it, he has to utilize something like flash.
Yeah.
Like here. So your investment would basically only be this ability and standing in front. And if he makes a mistake, he gets punished for it brutally.
That's correct.
And now we just path away, not much happens. He jumps away, and yeah, basically nothing happens. And it's just about, like, if you see situations, think about the available counterplay of the enemy team. And that makes it a lot easier for you to play the game. Like, for example, if you walk up here, you see these two people dancing around in front of the tower.
I should go from riverside, probably.
Your camera needs to be panned up here so you see what's happening, so you can make the conscious call to walk up here. If you have flash, you can always go without even watching, doesn't matter. But without flash, you have to be a little bit more careful because you don't know specifically what could happen. Because look at their position, they're pretty far away. And you would have to tell them that you want to fight, like the combat button, you just spam it. Because now we are back to just being super backline, not really anything happening, and that's it. Pyke will the entirety of the time chill up here and wait to hook somebody. Very, very important spell that you hit it on the Jinx. That's very good. And now we can do whatever we want. In this frame, we can do whatever we want, because Pyke gets rooted or has to jump away. And now we don't look at the Pyke. This is the mistake right now. Because the Pyke isn't relevant. The Jinx is relevant.
So we should Jinx. So yes. After this, I should go to...
You see this happening? And you look at again, like, what is he doing? He's hooking towards here. If he hooks you, then you're here, you're closer, so nothing changes. And if he hooks him here, like right now, Jinx can't hit any of you. He has to make the choice. But the problem is, if you're closer to Jinx, you can one-hit the Jinx.
Okay. Yeah, I was focused on Pyke for sure.
So sure I go to Pyke. you let this happen, then you just walk past and say, "What's up, Jinx? You're dead." But now you see, you want to help this guy. He gets hooked. You're out of position. You cannot really help him. You root him, but that's not the primary target because your goal would be to kill, and your kill would actually protect him. And now it's just like we flash after. He's gonna live with 1 HP. Maybe he dies.
He ran.
You wanted to give the kill. Never.
I was
ever.
so focused on him. All game I was focused on this Pyke actually.
And the worst part is you wanted to give him the kill, the Jin, because you see how he drops low. You walk
Yeah,
after, and then you
yeah,
shield him, and then he shoots the other person, and you're like, oh hell no! What did you just do, Jin? That's like I never
that's
give
correct.
over kills
I have
unless.
fellow. I was all game focused on the spike on that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, Jonathan, your aim sucks.
But I know
You
the
need
better sense, so it's okay. Yeah, now I run because I was sure he will die. I can't
don't
help.
eat fruit. No.
No, I will come back one more time poke, I think so. I always do like that, almost like a back and looking again at one
Oh
more
my
time poke.
god, you hit the way. Oh hell no, please don't tell me you. No, 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 please don't go.
No,
No, no, no.
I
Oh,
looking
thank you,
Temo.
Timo.
Yeah, I see Temo
Thank
still.
you, Timo.
It,
The
most
problem
of
is what you
looking
do with
him.
the wave. This
Yeah, I
minion
shouldn't
dying,
because
you get the gold
mhm.
anyway, even if you don't last it because you have support item. You gain half of the amount of gold
But if
anyway, whatever
I'm
you
not
do.
far away, yeah, but I need to be close to this. Yeah, I'm so. But here was
Yeah,
something. I think so. I got schizophrenia about Timo, like because I know he's somewhere and
mm.
I don't sure.
Because the wave will settle here on this line, so you can be here and get the gold from a minion kill here. Like here. It's completely fine. But the problem is with this Q, you're creating a slow push into this direction, which makes it more difficult for your Jin to play. Because now you Q this, then you walk back, then you recall, and then you're desynced again. Because this
Okay.
Q doesn't serve a purpose towards you having more impact. You just wanted the minimal amount of gold. For what reason? Because now look, Jin is walking back, and now you'll buy, and then you'll be walking back. And now look at the distance between you and the next available play because of the choices you make. Because of this queue and walking back instead of just not doing it. Good usage of getting your mantra ready, of using spells. Next big issue is you walk to the play up here, but you have no idea what's happening. You're not looking.
I don't. Yeah, sometimes I don't looking. Sometimes I checking and sometimes I don't check the camera.
And now instead of throwing Q, like this is not you don't utilize foresight into this play because you see Pyke. Aha, I see Pyke. You want to throw spell, but what is behind the Pyke? Can you do more? Because now you're forced to make decisions in the fragment of a second because you don't know what has been happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it way more stressful for you. You feel like you have to respond to a play instantly.
That's correct.
So you basically don't even have the choice to make a decision. You just go with the first one that you can go with. Eugene wants to go, which I think, unless he has something very specific, should not be the play. We should stay for more, but that's nothing you can do. Right now, you had the ability to clear the ward. You don't want to clear the wave because it barely gives you gold at this point. So I personally would clear this.
You will clear this. I don't. Waiting.
And now there's a next trick that you can utilize as a support. Being visible as a support basically tells the enemy you're there, right? That's like common sense. But if you're not visible, the enemy cannot really know if you're there or not, which then suggests them that they might be able to all in the Jin because the Jin is seemingly alone.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, at the same time, being out of vision, for example, in a bush somewhere, they have to guess your real position in that bush. And then you can utilize mind games. If they expect you to be in there and throw spells in there, you just position yourself in a way where you believe they will not throw a spell in. Then you only go to, like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on your available cooldowns and your goals. Like, you go to 1 if you want to poke, um, if you want to be ready to just react really fast or whatever. In 2, it's less likely for you to be hit like a spell, but your response time is going to be longer due to the distance. Like, every positioning has a purpose,
I got
and
it. Yeah.
everything you do can be utilized as somewhat of a strategy. Because right now, what is your strategy? You just walk around and you try to poke and you walk away. the next question is like, how are we using shields? For what reason are we using shields on people? For the purpose of giving them movement speed, for the purpose of just having our cooldown available.
It's about the situation. I the shield use for the sometimes for the give the speed and you see when I see he try catch someone who running. Sometimes when it's fight and I see he get a lot of damage, I put the shield on him. And a lot of times I just put because I need the rotate the mantra, the skill.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it's quite
look,
often.
from your positioning right now, like I'll give you an example. You currently push them out of the lane. Pyke is low HP. Wave is still very far away.
Mhm.
So why aren't we utilizing this to sneak in here?
This moment I for sure was looking him or he will go out again from this side. Yeah, but why I don't hide on the bush? I don't sure.
So, okay, you have the assumption that he's coming from the right. Okay, assumption. Um, we know for a fact that this wave is coming, which means it's mirrored on this side, and the wave will be
Mhm.
clashing here.
Yes,
So if we don't do anything and we're sitting up here, they are forced to walk up. Plus, you have the possibility of hitting people from very, very far away, zoning them off XP and gold with minimal amounts of risk. Because you can always just leave.
and it's not war there because I might be I don't remember now, but I think so. It was in the them side of the bush was war. The maybe not.
Because you see, you're giving up positioning, even though they're weaker right now,
Hmm.
and you're playing very, very far away rather than pushing forward, like pushing your lead. Now you get hooked here, and you
Yes.
focus on the pike, and now you're in here without any like real purpose, and your teammate is very far away. And now you put yourself into a spot where you don't have spells again, like ignite, flash, etc. He ends up dying because he's a goofy, but it can be way more clean. It can be way more thoughtful because the way you've been playing so far is you're not really thinking about the enemy's goals, strength, and your own strength at the same time. It's more like you see something in front of you and you're like, I'm gonna try to make the best out of what I'm seeing. Because you can put it even further. Like, for example, if Jinx flashes, you can keep that flash in your mind. It's on cooldown. You can punish this one because you have reliable CC with your second ability. And the problem in the way you approach the game in general here is you're very backliney. You're very this is more of an enchanter style of playing in a sense of your positioning. You autocasted that one, but the other one went out of range. It's funny. And the problem next is your awareness when it comes to you being in danger. The moment you see two people, oh, that's funny. The moment you see two people, it seems almost like you're afraid because of just there being two people, even though these two people cannot really reach you, you know? And then you give up positioning.
I got it.
And it's like a careful dance
So
between like
that's
understanding
what
the
I should
limits.
do when it's two of them and I'm and I'm alone. I shouldn't take damages, and I'm not like very tanky because
It's
you
more
said
like
I play
imagine
like often. Hmm.
people use all their like imagine you play against the mage and the mage used all his spells, like spell one, two, three, four, all on cooldown. Now the mage cannot do damage until these cooldowns come back again. So you can use this to reposition and think about the future. And the same applies to multiple people. If somebody uses their spells, they enter like a period in which they're weaker than, well, when they have their spells. So you can think about the future, how you can position yourself properly to punish them for that one with your own spells. Like, for example, they're going in a very dangerous route here, and you could be blocking their pathing, but you're afraid, and then you walk away, and then they're freely allowed to pass, even though they should get killed for this, because then people turn around here and kill them with you. And it's just generally about the power of these cooldowns when the later stages of the game hit. Because yeah, our primary focus the entire time here is just looking at the closest target. Like, we're not really aware of what is going on. How difficult is it for you to pan your camera?
No, it's not difficult. It's just I
Okay.
don't do it.
And right now I'm looking at the bot wave, and I'm just... Nobody wants to go down there. Swain just walks into the middle, even though Kayn just killed everything down there. And Pyke is hunting down the Jhin. And we took the wrong path because we weren't aware. Yeah.
Yeah, I should go to him straight away.
Like, the entire play happens. For example, hey, we are walking around in the river. And it's like, where are our eyes right now? Because we don't really have to focus much on what we see on our screen, but we can think about what is happening outside of our screen. Because it's so much easier. So we see him go stealth on the minimap, he goes for the play, and then you turn around because you want to help him or something. But at the same time, if you walk the right side,
But
you can most
he
likely kill
was
him.
like, I was sure it's like 1-to-1, and it's Pyke
Oh,
and Jhin, and
okay.
I don't really expect Pyke will kill Jhin like solo this time.
Then let's get to it from a different point, okay?
Like here,
Do
I
you?
know it's like just him. I know he's low. I see it now. But when it was like 1-1, and I see he back under the tower. So that's why I see this moment when I still destroy this coiler, and I
Mm-hmm.
decide to finish what I do starting because I was sure he will be fine, but he wasn't. And even probably if I come with him, I think so. It will be not enough fast to help him.
Pyke
I
will
don't know.
kill Jhin, but you will just kill the Pyke without using any of your cooldowns.
So,
That's the difference. Because don't forget, now use your flash, use your ult, everything to get the kill. As a consequence, now she can run you down due to the choice
yeah,
you
she
made.
was.
That's why it's so important to be very, very thoughtful when it comes to cooldowns. Because they can
So what I
change the
should do
way.
then? So what you will do this moment then, the
Okay,
situation?
so when I walk back to lane, my camera is on the things that require immediate attention. Doesn't require any attention, doesn't require any attention, requires attention. Okay, now you walk up, that is all fine. You see the
If you
ward.
should go there, that's much low health.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Like, it
I know.
doesn't matter in a sense of what he should be doing. It matters what he is doing and what you see what he's doing. Because you've already seen that he's doing this by the time you leave your base. You already
Yeah.
see that he's doing this. So the question is, do you adapt to his play and try to make the best out of it? Or do you do something else? Like, you see him here, and then it's like low HP, big warning sign.
Yeah, he sacrificed life to tower because he got more, I think so, and
Yeah.
he go low like
And then this happens, and then you see his HP bar here on the left. You think, ah, wait, maybe I can get here to shield him or save him in 0.4 seconds or whatever. But yeah, then it's too late. He gets away, and then this play happens. Me personally, what I would have done,
Mhm.
because I'm a goblin, I see my Swain run mid lane. If I see him run mid lane, I just walk here. I just take the gold.
Really?
Because, yes, because up here, there's nothing I can do in time to reach this tower before it dies, because...
I got some things like that in my head usually. Before the first tower from the my line don't go down, I usually just play on this side of the map. It's like I not really often go downstairs or midway. Okay, the mid one I can roast it, but I never go to Baron line usual before the tower. It's not done from my side. I got some kind of code in
Mhm.
the head like that,
And
so
here,
I don't
like,
even
they're
think
still
about
dead.
it.
So right now, there's no immediate attention in the sense of helping him because he's doing fine on his own. He does this.
Mhm.
And if nobody's doing this here, then it's a gold loss. So me personally, because the Swain doesn't go there or isn't going there, and I need gold to win the game, I would be down there. But that's like a very unique case, which
But like
it's
from
it's
this
so lucky.
moment, from this moment when you see it's what's going on, do you go straight away or you finish this? What is your decisions now? Like not from the beginning of the Nexus, like
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So now you see this, and it's a question of seeing Pyke's intent.
Hmm.
Because if you observe what a person is doing, you can assume what he's going to do next. Because pay close attention, because your eyes currently are not on up here, your
Yes.
eyes are somewhere here because you noticed there was a ward and you want to clear it. But notice the intent of the Pyke. He walks after him, he disappears. What does this tell you, intent
That
wise?
his slash, yeah. He made this skill one from the skill, I think so.
Like he's trying to run after somebody because he lost vision, and then you are not capable to be in a position to respond to this because of the ward.
Yeah.
And like here, you had your finger on your flash. You actually didn't want to flash; just happened to happen that you flash because your finger was already on the flash. And yeah, he could have lived if he played it better. That's the funny part. Then you just get crit and die. And enemy having gold, no bueno, not good. Pyke used E. Galio comes in. Okay, you couldn't have seen this one. Now this is a perfect moment to press Alt W.
I probably don't. Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, now everything is pressed. Low HP. We see two people, one person, somebody is missing. Timo is somewhere in fog of war, we don't know where. We're pretty low, we can get one shot by Timo. Timo's down there, so we can do whatever we want, so everything is fine. Galio is behind us. Your actual play would be to walk up closer to the wall and then because your W will always light up even if somebody's here that you can't see.
I think so. I try, but I'm not remember.
You
No,
walk
I
up and
don't.
down and up and down and up and down. Because in this moment, like the fight top right is already decided. It's like what can you do next? And your W scans fog of war. Like it doesn't matter if they're visible or not. Your W will light up and you can press it. So it's really OP when it comes to checking things over walls.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're picking danger instead of attack. Like now Galio is allowed to live. Leave.
Because I want him to not attack. I think so. I want him to go out, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yoink. And you're dead. Team is popping off. And yeah, it's just like the habit of yours. You're not checking the mini map in the sense of dragging your mouse, your vision there, so you don't see what's truly happening. So you don't know how to approach, how to use your spells for a fight in the most optimal way, etc. What is young Timothy doing there? Now for an example, you being visible, what is the advantage for you?
I think so. It's about gold.
Can you get the gold here?
Yeah, correct.
Like in this situation, it probably won't matter much, but in the future, it's like how can you use your positioning or being missing as an advantage to make the enemy think they can make a play, and you can punish them. In this instance, there's not much going to happen anyway, but still. And now, ideally, you move your way to Baron and place a ward on Baron. This ward doesn't really do anything. You just want to know if they could be doing this later on. Like you want to get yourself some safety by having a ward close to this. And at the same
So
time, like this
just
ward
here's
here,
about the tower now, yes, because we want the gold and tower. So I think so. I stayed, but I also I stayed. But I think so was most of.
my point is, one up here, two dead. Poppy is here. So I would now, before even being visible on this wave, I would path my way up here to up here around to place a ward here around Baron, so I know what's happening around Baron. Because this ward here is only going to tell me if somebody is like in this area coming down here while we do this tower.
Mhm.
And at the same time, you should then not be visible, but you should be here if you believe somebody's gonna make a play down here. Because you should not be visible unless you need to be close enough for the gold, or you want to be seen, etc. Because now you place the ward, then you walk up, not much is gonna happen. Hit the tower, Timothy comes around the corner. No need to flash, we're half HP, we hit our CC on him. Our Poppy should be killing somebody up there. I guess not. You can just walk it off.
Yeah, I died. I think so. I died.
I don't think you die unless you want to die. That's like, you have to want to
Maybe
die
not.
for you to die.
I think so. Yeah, it was some small game here with Pyke again.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was there.
they're on Nasher in a few seconds. I mean, he doesn't have ult, you get impatient again, you would have killed him already. He dies anyway. Okay, they didn't do Nasher. Aye, aye, aye.
No, it's I think so lowly. Yeah, so people killing each other more than.
Yeah, they don't like the thinking part. You take care of the wave. In these
But
like
I
what you
remember
can do.
this game. This game I was very focused to non-stop try kill Pyke, but for sure. And later I think so I got same about Timo. I remember this was my main goal in this game, and not even like thinking about everything. I just think like, yeah, we're going well. We winning with the kills and gold. It's look no bad. And my point was like always looking Pyke, and I always looking Timo on the end of the game.
Right now, there's like a critical flaw because currently there's a play ongoing, and you got closer and closer and closer to the area of the play. The problem with this play up here is if it goes bad, you might lose this. So I personally wouldn't recall for this completed item. I would continue go up here, and if I can't change anything, but by looking first I have to look what's going on there, then I would guarantee to go. And even if I don't want to do anything with them, I still would try to look at the wave at least to kill the next incoming wave to give us some time. Because waves are so important, and you're just leaving here even though a play is already going on there, you know? Like there's currently a play happening and you have no idea what's truly happening. And it's not like you could have done something about this, but you could have checked if you could have done something about this. That's the
I
important
understand.
part.
Yeah. I should use more view,
Yeah.
not just minimap, and just like the check the situation, what's going
Like
on there.
the rule of thumb would be you see icons overlap on the minimap or being super close of enemies and you or your teammates. It's like, okay, I need to check what's going on. because that's what the minimap helps you with. It gives you a reason to check. But you're only going to a place because you believe there's a reason to go there, but you don't know the specific reason to go there, not the details. And right here, this dance doesn't really accomplish much. Everybody is enjoying their time. So now, him walking up is terrible. This was clear. Okay, fine. And now the team should be focusing on the next incoming wave here.
Not on the Baron and the river?
They're not on Baron. We know for a fact they're not on Baron, so we don't care.
Mhm.
Because what does it matter if they're in this area but they're not on Baron?
God. I think so, God.
Because look at this, look at this. They're currently losing gold by staying there, and these waves will eventually hit these towers. And if we take this mid wave here and walk it into their base while they're trying to do Baron, it's 60 minutes. They might just lose the game. Because if they're in this Baron area, they have to walk the same way back as we do or recall. They can't just walk into us. But at the same time, we can't just walk into them because of team mushrooms. So why should we try? It's like one way of losing because we lose all our HP. So them showing that they're not on Baron is a huge advantage for us that we can capitalize on as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Poppy with the crazy engage. A little bit of fruit. Ooh, really close.
That's
And now
very
it's
close,
like,
yeah.
I can't stay on the map because there might be a T-mushroom. No. And it's all over. It's like here, I would have focused immediately on the next incoming wave because there's no reason for you to walk there anymore. But you didn't know because again, camera. Repeating myself at this point about that one, so I will stop because you already know. uh, and now, like my biggest issue with how the current Baron works is that most people just play the game like this. Like everybody walks mid lane and just just fights. It's
Yeah,
just
the
random shit.
wave should be pushed, yeah. It's a lot of times happen.
And then you walk in like a crazy person and
I
blown
die
up.
here.
Yeah, you die, and the game is in a losable spot again because we make this choice. Because there's no reason ever in history of League of Legends WildRift that you should ever walk in there. There's also no reason for you to ult. Like because we think about intentions in fights, okay? Again for a second. So currently the fight is developing in this direction up here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This creates a very narrow corridor. So currently your ult can only hit set
Yeah, it was
unless they
missed.
walk back in again. At the same time, unfortunately, because you press ult, it's like very hard to see the Galiots. You probably don't even know it's being casted right now. As a
It's
consequence, you
very big
walk
mess
up.
there. To be honest, there I was for sure lost. And then I don't know what's going on, was too much. Everyone
Yeah.
was on everyone. I don't see the skills. And yeah, this was very big mess.
So the question would be, was there any reason to make this play?
Not really. Just pushing, but and then it's wrong. Probably even moment to pushing.
And then you just walk up, you die, everybody gets absolutely nuked into oblivion, and now the game is losable again. We went from a basically unlosable perspective to a nearly guaranteed loss. Poor Jonathan. Damn, Jonathan. He's the man, but he still dies.
He will die. Or maybe not. Yeah.
Timo Leandri. I love to see it. Your Baron is gone. There's no business for you to be alone. So at best, you do max range Qs on wave to prep wave. Yeah. Your biggest issue is like you just walk around and press spells. Because look at your own spells and how you use them. You see? It's again, you see the first target, you press a spell, and then you hope it works. Oh, that Jinx got nuked. Poor Jinx. Something you should get more used to is how's your cancel? Like where's your cancel of the button? Because it seems like you also have
The
trouble
corner
canceling
on
spells.
the right top corner.
Oh,
You
that's
see it?
so hard to cancel, no? Yeah, I see it. It's so hard to cancel, no? It's like almost impossible. Do you think there's like a better
I
way
can
for you?
change. I think so. It's sort of from the beginning was like that, and I just leave it, or something's close to. Or I
Yeah.
just set up that on the start, and I just have it.
It seems so difficult to even reach that button. So when we get Elder, the game is basically one. Now we just go on one-shot waves because we don't want bad wave states. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what I
the
don't
the
hear.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Next wave as well. Just one big Q from the side, and we recall they will die. It's fine. You don't have to get like the super last hits because you will kill them with the Elder buff, so you can save time.
Yeah, but on the end, it's fun because we lose this game. And, uh,
So now we should be looking at the fight, seeing who you can hit. This guy pops immediately. Bad ult because there was no reason to ult. So now we don't have ult.
yeah, it was not worth it. The set is not worth it.
And now we
I don't
should
do too
not
much.
be walking. Like we should be pushing waves as good as we can. Because we do not have damage to do this Nasher, I believe. We simply don't. He dies for sure, right? He gets auto attacked by Elder. He dies, right? Now Poppy is lost, so he lives. That's really bad. And yeah, it's like the cancel problem again. And now nothing happens. Like Timo lives. If Timo dies, we get Nasher for sure. They can't do anything about this one. We should be able to get it anyway. Like we have still 25 seconds to force something because you have Elder. Boop. Okay, perfect. And now you should be the one directing your team spam ping. Okay?
Actually, I know about Timo. I remember he ran the
Good.
eyes of him.
Good. That
And
he
I
dies
have
like
that.
this.
I buy the item for special for him on bikes.
Yeah.
I have this
Okay, now we win, right? Now we win the
no,
game. Correct? We
no,
just have to
no,
we just
no,
have to walk down
no.
minions. We just have to walk down with minions, nothing else. We automatically win. We
Sounds
just
easier.
don't do anything. Okay, we got this one. Perfect. Now we walk bot lane. You have no reason being here where you are. There's nothing to achieve. There was a bot wave to look at, which we could have rotated to. We have no more Elder. Also very important. And now it's just about playing waves.
Yeah, that's why
Swain
I
is getting
made
all
good
int.
decision, but he was correct to do it. But he was just alone.
Okay, time to recall, sell your support item, buy Rabadon. No, no fruit, recall.
I
Because
don't
look,
know why I do this.
it's just such a waste of time. It costs so much
Yeah.
time. And you didn't sell your support item for Rabadon.
What I don't know?
You didn't sell your support item for Rabadon. I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't.
should. Yeah, I'm full. Yeah.
And now, like again, look, we're dancing around mid lane. We have to be the
This
one that
point, I
forces the place.
because my second was like I want to go up and push wave, and on the end I see a fight on the middle, so I don't leave the team. Like I don't know how to explain, but a lot of times I see the wave like now, and we can push them, and it's never happened because my team fighting, so I don't want to leave them like so. There's some kind of the
You can't believe
issues.
them at any point. They will always disappoint you. Okay, enemy team lost. Great. No, huge mistake. You basically solo lost this entire game right now because of the choices you make, and I'll explain to you why. Okay. The set completely isolates himself. Bottom left. Can your
Yes,
spells currently kill him? Yes or no?
no,
Is there any reason for you to even look at this guy as of this moment?
just support my teammate with damage. I think so. That's all. That's what
The
I'm
best
thinking
you can
probably in
do
this moment.
is press W and walk away. Because this guy is going to land here, and then you observe, and then you look for targets you can actually kill. Like the prime targets here. Because this guy will take a lot of time and you do not want to use ult. Because your ult is basically your savior against the squishier targets. Because now, look what happens. You hit this misses, okay, cool, happens. But now our impact on the fight is basically zero. What can we do about Jinx now?
Nothing on that.
Imagine we had ult.
Yeah.
Yeah, just general spacing. That's a bit of an issue. And boop. Goodbye.
No, okay.
Dead. Game over. No, we don't. That is just okay. So, okay, we are already over, but I still want to briefly touch Senna because we spent so long on this one to go very in detail. Come on, let me in here. Okay, I hope you went green main, like resolve main tree for
I don't
Nautilus.
remember now.
Let's
I
see.
don't. I think so. I don't even check it later. I maybe will be on the end of the game.
He started hook, so he's really bad. Hitting minions serves no purpose, by the way. Hitting minions should always be there should always be a reason to hit minions.
To push the wave. I don't kill them. Don't kill the minions, but like make them more low so the
But
wave going faster when Lucian hit it.
yeah, but for
That's
what
what I
reason?
always think
What?
when I
Okay, okay. So that's your reason. But what does it grant you? What does it achieve? What is the benefit of doing so?
to push wave and put them under the tower. Usually, when I play Senna, I usually look like mm, to make pressure, so they under tower and they feel more like.
You do not have green main because now they
uh,
just lost. If you have green main, they just lost because you will just do auto Q auto, not Q auto, auto Q auto
mhm.
every single time, and they're losing because you would do so much damage to her. But you see, we take so much damage because we don't have green main. We would be half HP right now, and she would be already dead by the damage we did to him if we both hit him. Against engaged supports, always take green main as Senna, like Nullifying Orb, Bone Plating, and Perseverance, because it makes you so much tankier. Against Enchanter supports, you can take red main. Oh, this rune page is crazy. What did I just see? Hold up. Okay.
It's not great.
This is something you can run against enchanters.
Yeah, so I could play green. The house tanks.
And again, like your play, you always use Q auto instead of auto Q auto, so you actually lose a lot of damage.
Yeah, usually I make auto Q or Q auto, but missing one auto. It's correct.
And you also don't want to stand like it's kind of counterintuitive because you want to use minions as an invisible wall against Nautilus Hook, but you also don't want to stand behind minions because of MF. So you have to be really mindful how you approach. We are in a really bad spot right now. Like he is in a really bad spot. The best, from my perspective, if you're playing together, it would be turning on the misfortune.
Actually, this note was very bad on the end. I have my opinion, he was very bad.
The misfortune is not much better. Oh,
Yeah,
by the
but
way,
okay, I'm not the better, but on the end, I feel very comfortable play like close to him because I don't stress too much.
you put 2 points in Q. Level 3. You don't need that spell. This spell only
Ah,
has value
yeah.
if you want to sneak in a gank by walking in a jungler. How your spell
But the same
works,
it's help with damage, yes? If you go out from fog, you get remember correct? It's like the first attack or speed
no,
give you some boost, nothing. Okay, so I maybe wrong.
it's just movement
I don't
speed.
know. It's not
But this here basically doubles the healing and
mm-hmm.
does a decent amount of damage. So this one here would be level 4 or only level 3 if there's a specific reason. The reasoning is when you press this ability, you have like the shroud around you, and everyone inside of it is completely not like you don't know who's inside here, which
Yes,
means you
yes, I
can
know.
walk in a jungle, depending on the
Mm-hmm.
situation. If they leave this, they turn into this wraith kind of thing, and yeah, they're visible again to some degree. But yeah, this is a strategy you can use to bait people in because they don't know how many people are within this circle. But usually it's QWQ in terms of laning. That is a suicide. He doesn't have resources.
It was.
The problem is, again, from the way you're playing, it's like it doesn't really follow specific goals again. Because look how far you walk up because you probably want to proc your passive, and then you get bonked and die.
Yeah, this one is so stupid. It's correct.
And it's like, make easy goals. For example, Nautilus level 1, skilled Q. Now he has a cooldown to play around, so you can look for auto attacks early game to poke, collect souls, etc. Misfortune walks up. There's no minion for a Q to bounce on. Okay, cool. So you can auto attack Q auto attack her without being afraid of anyone else, depending on the angle that Nautilus has in. Because again, think about interaction lines. If there's something in the way of Nautilus, he can't hook through. And then you can punish them for bad positioning. And every single bit of damage you deal to the misfortune makes it significantly more difficult for them to make plays simply because they have low HP and therefore they're less likely to do anything. It's just very important to keep in mind. You stealth in. Could have walked from the left side again instead of showing yourself immediately. Looking at this, sneaking in here.
I choose the shortest way.
Your Lucian is sadly not that good because again Nautilus makes this play, which means the Lucian can just go through and kill the Misfortune. Lee Sin is here, attack, 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 attack. And maybe he comes, he doesn't come, unlucky. He doesn't know about the technology, which barely any people know about, by the way, so don't worry. Barely anyone uses this. And again, Nautilus is inting, she's dead. She's dead the entire time. Because, look at the laws of interaction. He's here. He cannot hook through this. She's here. What happens if she continues walking forward and he continues walking this way?
Yeah, she will be still. He will be still, and he like too far away. Yeah.
Like she
But
will
we
just
probably would
instantly die
focus
once
on.
she gets too close.
Yeah, and we focus on Nautilus.
Yeah, it's very slow response time to her making a huge mistake and him making a huge mistake. But the main problem comes down to, did you even know it was a mistake?
No, I know. Before, no.
So the question would be, why
On
did
the
you
game
think it
time,
was a
it's
mistake?
on the end. I think so. It's when you play and when you have tank on the front of you or close to you, you are looking more on this like first front line of the lane. So usually, I think so. And that same focus on Nautilus now, not MF, when he is on the front and she
Okay,
is behind.
so the problem is that thinking applies if you don't know if 2 can kill you. Because if you ask yourself the question, what needs to happen for me to die? And what needs to happen for them to die? And it's like, he has bone plating, so he's less tanky during laning phase, so poke on him matters. How can you die? You get locked on by Nautilus. Okay, but if you get locked on by Nautilus, what happens to the enemy AD carry at the same time? What can your AD carry do at the same time? What can you do if your AD carry gets CC'd? How can we go to this target here, which is the relevant one, depending on what this target, the Nautilus, does? Because your focus on this target is only about, okay, can this guy kill me? Can he catch me? Is there any like layers of security I can utilize to survive? For example, flash, let's say you have veil, stasis, minion waves. He has a cool, like it's on cooldown because he just wasted it. And is target free even paying attention, like Misfortune, to what number 2 did and is aware that she is not allowed to play if number 2 uses certain spells or goes in a certain direction.
Yeah,
And this makes it then easier for you to understand if you even have to put any focus on the person right in front of you because he's not a direct threat to you. There's no way this guy actually... It's so funny.
No, he killed himself.
It's actually so funny.
It's from today. It's from today morning, so I remember. Just make seppuku.
She just inted, by the way, again. So now instead of walking away, you walk at her and give her auto tech Q auto. Because look at him walking away.
Yeah, I know.
Auto tech Q auto.
For her, for the Misfortune, yes.
Yeah, and then because she loses her W speed, Lucian can even ult if he gets a little bit closer for the minions die. Because now look, all you do is Q. You heal for movement speed, good. So you see, now you start trying to punish 6 minutes into the game, but before that there was no punishment.
Yeah, because I think so Nautilus wasn't here, so I was more.
So the good thing is, you understand that if Nautilus isn't there, you can make a play. So the next thing that you have to learn is, even if Nautilus is there, there are situations in which he can't do anything. which means you can do the same thing you just did. Time to go home.
Probably I don't go.
Yeah, there's nothing for us to do here. I see you might have a problem that you try to adjust your plays to the plays of your AD carry at a point when there's nothing you can do.
Is one more time? Can you repeat?
Okay. So here, you have
I was more
nothing.
like
You have no mana. You have no cooldowns. Your jungle's on the other side of the map. The enemy is doing dragon. There's nothing you guys can do right now. So the
yeah, I got
next
this
logical
feeling.
step would be resetting for both of you, so you can play the next wave. Now your AD carry, or you even bait the AD carry to making a play here, even though you cannot do anything. You can't do anything here. Nothing. The only outcome that can happen here are two things: you happen to live, or you happen to die. The risk is way too high, and there's zero gain. There's nothing you can realistically gain here, which as a consequence means this play here is actually losing you something. Because what can you do? Like, you just exist? And now as a consequence, the recall is delayed, the next wave is incoming, this wave will be pushed, they'll be hitting the tower, they'll be getting the tower, and you lose something. Because now, you don't know where Trindam is, he might be in this jungle here, which is also fully up, and then you might get dove with the Tryndamere, 100 to 0, because he just presses ult and they'll off at you. Tower gone. You see? More gold given over. So the problem isn't losing dragon itself, it's the choices to go to the dragon instead of clearing the wave. Recalling clearing the wave. Because now you lost way more than you should have lost. And just generally speaking, good. And now your focus should be kill misfortune. Every spell on misfortune
You
that you
try,
can.
and after I think
Good.
so was Notarius, and I try still. I'm on her, and was missed because there was some kind of the I don't know what's happened there, but yeah, I miss.
It's okay. But the focus is misfortune. It's a good thing that you've done this. And again, look at your positioning. You're so afraid. Look, why are you pathing backwards? Why? There's something you need to get fundamentally into your gameplay. Positioning costs you damage. It costs you kills, and it will cost you wins. Many, many wins. If there's no threat, there's nothing that can happen to you, why should we take any of these routes here?
I don't know why I do like that. It's about
think
I wasn't sure we because it's like same. I don't know what my Crucian the second, but maybe it was because of Crucian, maybe because I just automatically get back when I got this cooldown style. When I'm called down, I will probably go back to the movement on the back,
like right here. Number one, you should never press this, because while you press this, you can't attack. You can be here and hit him. His only way to survive is walking this way, flashing, or walking this way. He has to walk this way. So, if this guy walks this way and you believe he's a threat because of what is behind him, you can adjust. But you don't press E, you don't walk back unless he is in range of doing something. So again, we observe, you walk back, you auto attack, okay. You keep on walking back, but now there's no more reason to walk back because of look at how it developed. Here, 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 here.
Yeah, I understand.
You keep on walking back, you keep on walking further back, press heal. Now you reposition yourself. Now you walk back again. This is fine because you will press ult And now your play should not be walking this direction, it should be walking this direction. Like somewhere here. Because this person will use his ult to kill somebody. Then he has two choices. Chase? Does he reach in time? Unlikely. Or try to escape. If you go this direction, he's free to leave.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Gets kicked away, and he's gone. Let's see, do we get the kill? He just walks away, and he lives. You see, positioning matters so much. Just a free kill, gone. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to actually put a hard stop. It's 4:40 already. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Because we scheduled for 1 hour, it's a little bit too much. I'm sorry, but the most important things were already talked about in both of these.